do you think of this cold? Huh? What do you think? Oh, you love it, don't you? You love it, don't you?
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon and the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow.
Hi, handsome.
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm making progress on this office.
That's so exciting.
For you?
For me, it's super exciting.
Me too. You know what, though? It's hot in here. I mean, it is hot.
I think it feels great.
Yeah, it's better than cold, that's for sure. Great is a good word for it if you're cold-natured.
Yeah, so it feels great.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. We are making progress. Really, Kyle's making progress. I haven't done anything.
The pronouns are so confusing at times. No. It's a team effort for sure. But my fingers and knuckles and everything are very bloody and tender today. This working with wire stuff is not for the big-handed.
You can't use gloves?
Oh, well, I can, but then I'm sweating.
Oh my gosh.
So, heavy equipment operator, arborist, plumber,
And now electrician.
and now electrician. I'm taking it.
Hey, technically framer too.
Ooh, and framer, carpenter.
And roofer.
Ooh, and roofer. Man, that
I mean,
resume.
it just keeps extending. You just keep adding things to it.
Man, what do you keep that thermostat on in here?
Super warm. But Kyle's complaining about it, so I gotta let all my heat out.
Well, I'm sweating.
Well, you dress too warm then.
I mean, it's like 30-something outside, right?
I know.
I'm so happy. First and foremost, to keep it warm in here, of course, we've got a little bit of insulation that Shannon put up after I ran this power. Not a big deal. I did have to pull a few of them down, but she'll find those and have to staple them back up. But this is along the north wall. So for the most part, this is helping keep us warm in here. But I also sprayed some foam insulation across Luke's line set because we have a pretty good size hole, of course, for all that to come out. And I think that's making a huge difference because the last couple nights when it was really cold, you could stand right by that and you could feel the cold air coming in. We are really excited because this time of year when it gets this cold, it's hard to find work to do outside or to find the motivation to do that work because it's so cold and you got to bundle up too much. So it's kind of nice that this year we have this indoor project to work on.
Yeah, it's not that we can't find stuff to do outside. There's plenty to do.
Oh, we'll still be doing a lot.
Don't want to do it and be freezing.
Yeah. In fact, today it's sunny out. It's supposed to get up, I think, to like 45, 47, somewhere in that range, which is
that's nice.
Right. So I'll probably be working on more stuff outside today. But first, I got to make a little bit more progress in here. Yesterday I came in, finally carved out an afternoon where I could just focus on the electrical. Now that Luke's got the mini split or HVAC unit in, it's nice in here, and I can go ahead and button up some of the electrical. So bear with me today, guys. I know some of you don't like the technical talk, but there are a lot of viewers that are on a similar journey or dreaming of doing the same, and I just want to be realistic with what we have had to learn, or what I have had to learn in this space anyway, to make all of this happen. I have no prior knowledge of electricity and electrical work and all that stuff. My background is IT. Computers, yeah, a little bit of electrical stuff, but nothing like what I've had to learn out here.
Watch your head.
I forget when I'm wearing boots that I can't stand up straight. That's okay. So we brought 100 amps over to this office, which is more than what we need, but I will only utilize so much of that based on the breakers that I use here. So we've got a 240 15 amp breaker. Yeah, I know you know what that is. And that is dedicated to the mini split that Luke put in. Then I've got a 20 amp, and that is what all my receptacles from here around the entire office are going to be on. So they'll be on their own dedicated breaker. Yesterday I came in, well, yesterday and the day before, I have to tattle on myself.
That it took 2 days?
Oh my goodness, I was slow to get going. And a lot of it was just learning how to get the wires tucked into these boxes behind these things safely so that nothing's making contact that shouldn't. I've never done this stuff before, so I watched a lot of YouTube videos. There's a great one out there that he goes through it very, very well. But you know, it still takes a little bit of personal experience and working with it. So got this guy in. This is my GFCI. So that one basically is more sensitive than the breaker itself. And because I've daisy chained all of these receptacles beyond it, if there's a tiny little spike in the voltage down the line, it'll actually trip this before tripping the breaker. And I was able to test that. So fun, it's safe, and I have a little tool that I can actually test it, and it pops perfectly.
When you say pops perfectly, what do you mean by that?
Here, let me show you. So this very inexpensive little tool that Klein pretty much puts in a package of everything that you buy from them that has any kind of voltmeter or whatever on it, this will tell you whenever I plug it in that I have all of my connections correct. And so if I see two orange lights on the right side here, that means that outlet is wired correctly. And then I can press this button, which I don't really know what it does or how it does it. I don't know if it just sends, I don't know.
Sends like a surge of electricity?
Yeah, I think, or breaks the current or whatever, but let me show you. So this is my second receptacle past the GFCI. If I plug this guy in, you see my two oranges, which tell me that's correct. When I press this button, it actually pops that GFCI down there. And so
I heard it pop.
So now all these receptacles are no longer working until I go back and hit that reset button. So you know the little outlets in a lot of bathrooms that have the test and reset?
Yeah.
That's your GFCI.
Got it.
Tricky code stuff. Following code, even though we don't have to out here. So I was able to get all the rest of the receptacles on that breaker wired yesterday, so now I can leave that on, and guess what? You're not running on an extension cord anymore.
That's exciting.
Yep. So this is coming off the power here. All of these are connected and safe, so I can leave that breaker on. And today, I've got two receptacles that I'm gonna put on the same breaker that are gonna run to the lights. So I need to install these two receptacles just like I did the others. I'm not gonna put a GFCI on the front of that one because there's only two receptacles. And then I got a little bit of wiring to do here on the 4-switch light switch because Shannon wants 4 switches.
I have a logical reason for that. I promise. I really do. It's a lot of light switches, but it's logical.
No, I think it was the right thing to do. And we had talked about, you know, doing a couple of lights outside, a couple of lights under each loft, your chandelier here, and then some lights up in the storage space.
Yep.
So all of those are 4 things. So I told her she had the option of having a switch over here, but to best utilize my Romex, which is this yellow cable that goes to each and every outlet and each and every light, we just put all 4 switches over here.
Which is actually what I wanted anyway.
Which is what Shannon wanted. Plus, now when you open the door, right here where your hand already is, you can reach in, hit the lights, and then she will tell me what order she wants the light switches in for what they control.
Yes.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm also super excited because I get to do the unboxing of all my light fixtures today. And I have been dying to get my chandelier out and take a look at it and see how it looks. So this is an exciting day.
You mean your Shannon Lear?
My chandelier!
Shannon Lear in the shop is. Yeah, Stan actually came over last night. We were talking, we've talked with Luke about it, and some of you guys have commented about it. We're still trying to figure out precisely what to do with the ceiling. I don't know how important these little braces are because these are not trusses technically. These are just rafters, and then they use that little OSB as bracing, additional bracing at each joint. And I don't know if we just cut those and maintain the profile of the 2x4s, does that change their structural integrity? Yeah, probably a little bit. Or could we get like those metal plates that you hammer across that joint, knock those out, and then just follow the plane of the rafters? So basically we don't know if we can reinforce these 2x4s on this side and then cut these out and still have the support that we need. Most of that's just gonna be for like the weight of snow. If we were to have a heavy snow, the roof obviously is gonna be under a little bit more stress than normal. I don't think it would be a big deal, but we do have to determine that before I can finalize the electrical stuff. I can get the power cables to where I know the chandelier and the light fixtures are gonna be, and then I'll just spool up a little bit extra so that if we need to alter it a bit, then we can, and that way my rough end electrical is finished.
Does that mean that I can, at that point, go in and start putting insulation up?
Yes. In fact, now that I've got all these receptacles done, from the right side of the door over, from that window over rather, because I'm gonna need a little space there, you can go ahead and put the insulation in.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'll help you a lot.
And fix what you undid over here.
Well, Luke did that.
Okay.
Go back and check the footage. It was all Luke. Luke undid your work.
It's okay. It was my fault.
No, it's good. We may have to still kind of alter these a little bit once we go to put your paneling up. With sheetrock, typically you actually wouldn't put these up until the sheetrock is up, and those little tabs go through the sheetrock and then connect. But we're not going that route, so we don't have to do that. But I really don't want to rewire each and every one of these, if I'm being honest.
I don't think you're going to have to.
Okay, so I'm going to grab the other two receptacles. I'm only going to do 15 amp on that side, which means nothing to you, but we're not going to do the 20s like we did over here.
Okay. So what I typically do is I go around and I clean up after Kyle. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to start cleaning up the messes that's on the floor and working on the insulation. Anything on the floor I can throw away, and then I can start stapling.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, did you ever tell him that you were a pro cookie baker and decorator?
Maybe a time or two. What does that have to do with anything, though?
Well, I laugh at my lights because these are not work lights. These are clearly like photography studio lights. And I feel like I have to justify that we had those specifically so we could do the photography of your cookies back when you were making them.
Oh, yeah.
But they're repurposed now as work lights.
Hey, at least you get to use them again.
That's true.
You're kind of a messy worker, you know?
Well, I mean, you have to. You gotta take stuff away and get them cut to the proper length and make a mess. It's part of the instructions.
Oh, I missed that part of the instructions.
This headlamp, by the way, major win.
Good.
Helps tremendously.
Even when it's bright like this?
Yep.
Good. Sorry, I didn't know your leg was on that.
That's all right. You probably didn't need to be.
It's weird working without music.
Yeah, I know. Yesterday I had Die Hard playing because I didn't get to watch that before Christmas, so I thought, well, on the 2nd of January it still counts, right?
You know, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
I thought you watched it with me, or did you go to sleep?
I always go to sleep.
It's a classic, man.
I'm sure I use way more staples than I need to on all this stuff, but
You do, but I do not complain.
I think your birds just found us.
I was just getting ready to tell you your birds were here for you.
So did you already get one done?
One down.
Hey, you're getting faster.
Much, yeah.
Good
These
job.
15 amp receptacles are actually a little bit easier to do than the 20. Those are just a little more robust, and so I don't know, the housing is thicker and stuff like that, so getting the wires back there is a little more challenging.
All right.
I don't have this wire hooked up to the breaker yet, so I won't be testing this one yet, but I'll go ahead and get this one done that I can connect up there, test those two, move forward with the light switches.
And I get to open my light fixtures.
Yes, yep.
I'm excited. I'll finish stapling this in, and then I'll get my light fixtures out. How about that?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, and over here on the line set, you may just have to cut a custom piece, you know?
What I kind of looked at online was you just put a slice in the insulation and just kind of like tuck it around that.
Okay.
So I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, because we have no room there where it actually goes through the wall. That's
Yeah.
pretty much already flush with the front of the 2x4s.
Okay.
But yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, well I got the existing insulation restapled and put back in.
Oh, I didn't tell you about the other one I tore up, huh?
I'll go through and restaple everything.
It's just that one outlet down there.
I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it before. You got the outlets over here done?
I got these two outlets done, and they were, like I said, they were a little bit easier. The 15 amps are a little bit easier than the 20s. Just a little less material, I think. So I've got to go down when you're ready and kill the power. So your heater's going to stop working for a little bit. And then I can connect up this line on this breaker, test these two, and then know that I can move forward for the light switch.
Okay, I'm ready anytime.
Awesome. You know, I did go down to get a delivery today, and I might have gotten a gift. We've got a lot of tape measures over the months because we do steal them from each other. Primarily, Shannon steals them from me and misplaces them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, never.
Joe misplaces them all.
This, we had a little discussion about Milwaukee versus DeWalt, and he's a Milwaukee guy, and you know, I'm not DeWalt just by default because that's what Dad had. But Luke has a little sticker on the back for Tool Hand Luke. Luke dropped this off, just a little gift he had on my gate up front. So this one I can keep on me, and you'll never be able to steal it.
Challenge accepted.
Thanks, Luke, man. This is really cool. It's kind of comical, too.
It's cute.
It is cute. Cheers.
Thanks.
Yep, look, look at that. Look at that. That's cool. I really enjoy that.
I like it.
It's not quite as pretty as I imagined in my head, but it's beautiful in my head. Don't judge, electricians. I know there's a lot that could be better here. But I do have that breaker hooked up now. And so we should be able to turn the power back on to the building, and then I can test those two receptacles and we can move forward with your light switch.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, babe. This black wire right here is hot. No touchy.
Oh man, I hit that like so many times last night going in and out of here.
No touchy.
Okay, I'll try to be careful.
Just while I'm testing these guys.
Okay.
Get my handy dandy tool and test the first one. 2 orange lights. There is no GFCI, so there's nothing to trip. Looking good, looking good. Boom.
Do you have to put it in both sockets, or is putting it in one good enough?
Putting it in one is probably good enough. But I just like to brag about my...
I was just curious. I didn't know.
It works. All right, so these 2 are working. All your other receptacles are done. We can leave that breaker on. I'll put the cover on the panel and finish wiring up for your lights.
I'm excited about that.
I am too. I'm actually excited to see all of them so I know exactly how much Romex I need everywhere. It was kind of fun last night looking up here and seeing that there was lights on, and I knew the extension cord wasn't inside. It's a pretty good feeling.
I got to see them as I was pulling up the driveway. It was fun.
Yeah.
Well, I want to unbox everything. That way, when we go to town for lunch, if we need to pick up anything for you to install these, you know what you're dealing with.
Okay.
So this is what I got for above the loft.
Which those are exactly what I ordered for the shed, just haven't done yet.
Yeah, and they just go in with a regular socket.
Okay.
But I'm excited about these because I'll be able to tilt them and point it in the direction I want.
Come with the base that I need for you to screw that into, or do I need to pick that up? I think I'll need a junction box for each one of these.
This is all it came with.
Okay. Now, I didn't help you shop any of this stuff. How did you know to buy the same things I got for the shed?
Well, I thought it was a good idea.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
And these are the lights for under the lofts, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you did like a flush mount can light style, only big.
Only big. So these will go just like here.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is your bracket right here.
Yeah, so this should come out of there maybe.
There you go.
That's what I need.
Okay.
My little electrician.
I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't either.
I'm excited about these.
I'm going to have to get a 4-inch hole saw for and drill wherever we're going to place them a 4-inch hole and then put my junction box on the back side of that.
Okay, do you have a knife?
Of course. Where's yours?
In my bibs.
Uh-huh. Where's your bibs? Where my thumb is.
In the camper. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Honey, did you just cut that with a file?
Well, you said where your thumb was. It worked.
It cuts tape.
We'll do it again.
That's funny.
I thought that's where your thumb was. Sorry.
That's all right. Now these are pretty much the same as the ones I got for the shed as well, right?
Yeah, so they'll
Take
match.
that back.
I'm super excited about these though.
And are they motion as well? I forget. I don't think so.
Yeah, dusk to dawn light fixture with motion sensor.
All right.
Look at these beauties. Let me get it out of the plastic.
And these are the ones that are going to go on the outside and the front of the building on either side of the door.
Yes, aren't those pretty?
Yeah. You get to get some of those long, skinny ones where you can see like the filaments in them or whatever.
I think that, yeah, they're like, what are those called?
I don't know. Pretty. Cool.
There's a specific name for them, but yeah.
Awesome.
I am super excited about those. Those are cute.
I hired a guy at our old house, the one we sold in town, when I was working corporate, all that stuff. I hired a guy because one of my pendulum lights was coming out of the ceiling about this much and I didn't know what to do. Hired the same guy to install a ceiling fan over the back of our back patio. So this is all net new for us, but it's awesome. I really enjoy having this skill set. Like I gotta admit, the electrical side of it, it was really when I saw Rob do our well and he was, you know, splicing that power that goes all the way down to the pump, it started to make sense to me like, oh, I get it. I mean, you gotta take power everywhere you go, that obviously it needs power.
Yeah.
And so Rob did a good job at explaining that, and then your dad's explained a lot. It's just been a huge
I'm glad you have this
experience.
skill set.
Now this is the
Oh my
chandelier
goodness,
over the
I'm so
main
excited.
section.
Yes. I've been wanting to see this thing for months. I won't pull them all out right now, but just to give an idea as to how these will look. I am super excited about this. Hey, they gave you gloves.
All right. Hopefully an extra small.
Here they are. Here's your hangers.
All right.
But that's gonna be super cute.
Pretty. I love it.
I'm so excited. This does have this thingy for you.
What thing is that?
That's the hangy thingy.
Oh yeah, with the wire nuts and everything.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm so excited. I've been waiting to have this chandelier installed.
You still gotta have your ceiling details figured out though before I can actually hang the fixtures.
I'm on it.
Okay. I could probably go ahead and at least hang those for now. Work for you?
I'm so excited. Yes.
All right. Well, let's keep running with it.
Okay.
I know the lighting's gonna be terrible, but I just went and fed the goats. The birds are all up. Everybody's taken care of. We're done for the evening as far as animals are concerned. But we've been working on the electrical a little bit more, and I gotta tell you guys, we ran power from the main panel up to the building proper like, and had the extension cable all this time because I couldn't leave the breakers on while I was working on the power. But now, looking at the building and knowing that the lights we see in there and the heater running, Shannon's on their computer editing and all that good stuff, that's all power at the building. I know. For those of you who've done things like this before, it's not that big a deal, but for us, this is awesome. Like, it's just a really good feeling to know self-contained power at Hirsch office. Check it out. It's like we built a cabin in the woods. Now the extension cable is still right there, or extension cord, but yeah, power from there, underground, to there, and look, there's lights on. I don't know why that is so exciting to me, but it's just something about the same when we ran power down to the well house and to the camper, just knowing that we did that. Super excited. Sorry, quality of this video is probably terrible because it's really dark out here. I know the zoom that it's in doesn't do well in low light, so we're gonna go check on Shannon. What you doing?
I'm trying to finish our video up.
We've already turned this into a war room, man. What happened?
There's no we, babe. Okay,
No?
yeah, there is a we. That whole corner is me. Yeah, we did.
Okay.
It's okay.
Man, I tell you, it feels nice in here. I was just down the hill looking up, noticing the lights were on. Like, it's I don't know why. I'm a little bit.
Hey, I am warm right now.
Oh, it is warm in here.
I want everybody to know. I am warm. I'm thrilled. How are the animals?
Fantastic.
Everybody get along pretty well?
Yeah, I got down there and Mr. Coop was stuck in the new nursery.
I forgot to latch the...
Was it you? I was gonna blame it on them.
Nope, I totally forgot to put the bungee back on the gate this morning. Whoops.
I thought maybe one of them. Oh yeah.
Oh jeez.
It was adorable though. Noises I've never heard before. I didn't have my phone out ready to film or anything like that, but he was talking to me and doing little kick flips and running toward the door like, hey, come on. I'm stuck. And when I let him out, he just pranced across the middle. It was absolutely adorable.
He's so cute. I love that little guy.
They were being really good.
Your bungee cord came off, dude. What happened? Can you open the door? Can you open the door? Here you go. Hey, bub.
Oh. Well, guys, we're gonna power forward on this, and I'm actually super duper excited. What I got done today, I wish I could have got a little further, but it is what it is. I'm probably gonna keep working on it because it's only, almost 6 o'clock. Basically, I drilled all of my access holes for, that one's probably gonna be hard to see, but I drilled all the access holes for the power to be able to run through the rafters and to their designated space for the lights. Up there, the chandelier.
The Shannonlier.
The Shannonlier.
Don't forget that.
Well, yeah, we did make up a word, didn't we? Yeah. And then to my can lights over here, I think it's just this one here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And over here. I'm not 100% sure that I have enough Romex to finish these runs, especially the one up to the main chandelier. Got the ladder, we'll see. But I'm 100% sure that Lowe's or Home Depot or somebody else has enough Romex for me to finish that out. So basically all I've got to do now, I've got the power coming to the light switches, and then I will have one coming out here that's going to be for our exterior lights, one there, one over there, and we'll connect those up over the door. And then I'll have two more lines coming out. One that's going to go up and split and then run to my can light under there, can light under there, and then I'll have one dedicated line going straight up and over to the chandelier. I'm going to throw up just turning the camera around and looking at it like that. I got to be honest. You know, this is another one of these moments where we've never done anything like this before, other than my mom and dad building houses growing up, and I got to see all the parts of it, but to actually be drilling the holes and pulling the cable and doing the work and all that stuff, it's exciting and it's terrifying because I've never done it before. I've only seen it in videos. I've only watched other people like myself doing this kind of thing, but to have learned it and taught ourselves how to do it, and we've had wonderful people help us along the way. Rob, Ken, Dad, all of you, Luke, everybody. I think that's what it's all about. And Stan. Of course, Stan.
Yeah.
He's always a phone call away. Yeah. It's just been, it's been a huge learning experience, and to finally feel the overwhelming joy of like, hey, we did this. We earned this. We built this. It's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna get Shannon all set up here in her office, and then I'm gonna put a California king size bed right over there, and this is where I'm staying. Don't tell Shannon.
I heard that.
You heard nothing.
I think I'll know if a bed shows up in here. I mean, it's gonna be pretty obvious.
This is like your war station, man.
I know.
This kind of behind the scenes type stuff. You got your blankie across your legs, got the hair up in the braid, the ponytail.
I got to use my big computer again, which I'm super excited about.
We haven't even had that fired up for I don't know how long.
Months.
You guys want to see what it looks like when we don't have a video ready yet? Boom. That's Shannon working on it.
This is for our video tonight, so you guys are getting it hot off the press.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, animals are taken care of. I'm just going to let you do your part.
Okay.
I'm going to show off my good old 22 over there that we keep in here.
Lever action.
That's
Gotta have something ready.
I love it. Classic style. All right, guys. Well, I know not a lot of animals in this video, and I'm sorry. But a little bit. But this is what we're doing right now. Mm-hmm. It's part of what we're doing. I'm actually really, really excited because it's like every time we build a building or we finish a building out or something, it just gives you that feeling of self-accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
And furthering what we bought the land for. Mm-hmm. Getting to live our lives out here in the country.
And doing it in a much more comfortable way.
That's very, very true.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll give you an update. I also want to give you guys an update on the mice before too long. We have been battling them. It's a day-to-day thing. And we want to talk through that. And a lot of you guys have sent traps and things. We love and appreciate you for that.
We're trying all of them.
Everything.
Every one of them.
So we'll share with you what we've had success with. And I think we're making good progress.
Yeah.
Mouse grass.
Well, it should be mouse egress. You don't want them in. You want them out. Isn't the egress the out?
We actually sometimes argue over words that we make up. And that's totally fine. Well, guys,
oh, jeez.
We love and appreciate each and every one of you. We thank you so much for coming along this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Hi, buddy. He was doing some ninja flips. He was scared. He was stuck in here, wasn't he? You wouldn't break him free, would you? Hi, big guy. Hi, big guy. Hi, Bubba. Spruce loose, what you doing, bud?